online classes. In the previous session, we have studied about light lesson. I have started the lesson light and we have studied about reflection of light. There are mainly two types of reflection. They are regular reflection and irregular reflection. In regular reflection, what happens? Image is formed. Image can be seen in regular reflection. The reflected rays, the incident rays, they gets reflected. Those reflected rays are parallel to each other. But in irregular or diffused reflection, what happens? The reflected rays, they are not parallel to each other. So, image is not formed. It is not possible to get image in irregular reflection. And also, we have studied laws of reflection. So, I shall recall those laws of reflection. The first law of reflection, it can be stated as angle of incidence is always equal to angle of reflection. Second law of reflection, incident ray, reflected ray and the normal which is drawn at the point of incidence. They all lie in the same plane. These are laws of reflection. So, when the light gets reflected, we can see the image. Image can be formed. Usually, at home we use a plane mirror. Plane mirror is used to see the image. To see our image, we are using plane mirror. So, in plane mirror, what happens? Usually, mirror has two surfaces in which out of two surfaces, one surface is non-reflecting. One surface is non-reflecting and another surface is polished. That is called a plane mirror. This is the reflecting surface. So, when we see our image in the plane mirror, when we stand in front of the plane mirror, we can get our image in the plane mirror. What are the characteristics of these images which is formed in a plane mirror? So, what are the characteristics of the image? To understand the characteristic of the image formed by a plane mirror, I discussed this experiment. Consider here there is a plane mirror in which this is reflecting surface and this is non-reflecting surface. This is the polished, this is the reflecting surface, this side is the non-reflecting surface. Consider a point. Consider a point, let it be P. Consider a point P and consider two reflecting rays, two incident rays, not reflecting, let it be two incident rays, they fall on the mirror. Now, draw two normal rays at the point of incidence. Two normal rays. So, when incidence, in a ray of incidence or incident light fall on the mirror, the light gets reflected. This is the reflected ray. Light gets reflected. So, when you extend these two rays, when you extend the rays, this is one more reflected ray. When you extend these two rays, these two rays meet at one point. Consider this point be Q. In the sense, the object, that is the P is the object, the image of this object is formed at a point P. When two rays meet at one point, there we get the image. The image is formed at that point. These two rays meet at Q. So, we feel, if we see from this point, this is the, from this point if we see the image, we feel that image is formed at Q and we feel that these reflected rays, they come from the point Q. So, this is the point where image is formed. So, what is the characteristic of this image? This image which is formed at point Q, we call this image as virtual image. It is the virtual image. You have studied in your previous class, 7th standard or 6th standard, about the two types of images. There are two types of images. They are real image and virtual image. What is a real image? Real image means if the light rays, if they actually meet at a point, so at the point of meeting two rays, we get the image. That type of image is called as real image. Real image in the sense, reflected rays, they actually meet at a point. But in this case, what happens in this case? In this case, these rays, they are not actually meeting. I made them to meet. I extended these two rays and I made them to meet at the point Q. So image is formed when two rays, they are not actually meeting. They appear to meet at a point. That type of image is called as virtual image. So the first characteristic, the image formed in a plane mirror, it is a virtual image. It is not a real image, it is the virtual image. And virtual images are always erect images. Virtual images are erect images. Erect means straight image, straight. There are two types of images are formed. As I said, real images and virtual images. Real images are always inverted, virtual images are always erect. Erect means straight, inverted means ulta image. So when you see your image in the plane mirror, when you stand in front of the plane mirror, the image which is formed in the plane mirror, the image which is formed in the mirror, it is a straight mirror. It is a straight image. It is not the ulta image. So you are getting straight image in the mirror. That is called the erect image. Real images are inverted. Inverted means ulta image, but virtual image, the image given by plane mirror, it is a virtual image. Virtual image is always erect. Erect in the sense straight image. So it is a erect image, it is a straight image. Virtual, it is a erect image. And one more characteristic of the image formed by a plane mirror, it is a laterally inverted image. Laterally inverted. Image is laterally inverted. What is this laterally inverted image, or what do you mean by lateral inversion? Laterally inverted image means when you stand in front of the mirror, if you lift your right hand, when you stand in front of the mirror, if you lift your right hand, so in the mirror, in the image which is formed in the mirror, it looks or it appears the left hand of that image. If you lift your left hand, it will be the right hand of the image. So this type of phenomenon, or this phenomenon is called as lateral inversion, and the image is called laterally inverted image. It is called lateral inversion. Lateral inversion. Lateral inversion is right side of the object appears left side of the image. Left side of the object appears right side of the image. So, ulta palta. This is called lateral inversion. So, the image formed by plane mirror, it is a laterally inverted image. And also you know that the size of the object and size of the image both are same. And also image is formed behind the mirror. So these characteristics not mentioned in your textbook. The mainly characteristics mentioned are image is virtual image, image is laterally inverted image. So these are the characteristics of image formed by plane mirror. Image formed by plane mirror. Plane mirror. Image formed by plane mirror. The characteristics of the image formed by plane mirror, it is the image is virtual image. Virtual in the sense, here image is formed not by when the rays are not actually meeting at a point. Actually, rays are not meeting. In this case, I made rays to meet at a point. So they appear to meet. The images formed when the rays appear to meet at a point. That type of image is called virtual image. Virtual image is always erect image. Erect means it is a straight, but we don't use the word straight. We call it as erect image. It is erect. Virtual images are erect images. And the image formed in a plane mirror, it is a laterally inverted image. So what is lateral inversion? Lateral inversion means the left side of the right side of the object appears as the left side of the image and left side of the object appears as the right side of the image. This is called as lateral inversion. So the image formed in a plane mirror, it is laterally inverted image. So using the plane mirror, we can get our image. Image is formed in a plane mirror. Plane mirrors are used mainly to get the image of an object. So what happens when we use two plane mirrors? Usually when we go to a haircut shop, so after this haircut has been done, what that person will do, usually he places one more mirror behind you and so that you can see the how that haircut has been done. So by keeping two plane mirrors, we can get the many images. We can get the multiple image. Multiple images are formed by placing two mirrors, by keeping two mirrors at an inclined plane. By making different angles between the mirrors. When two mirrors are placed and by making different angles between the mirrors, different number of images, in the sense number of images can be formed by using two plane mirrors. So for example, if the angle between two mirrors is 90 degree, that one the picture is given in your textbook. If angle between two mirrors is 90 degree, they have placed a coin between two mirrors and angle between those two mirrors is 90 degree. A coin is placed between two mirrors and angle between these two mirrors is 90 degree. So here we can get the multiple images. Many images are formed. As angle between two mirrors increased, if you increase the angle between two mirrors, two plane mirrors, many images can be formed. Now, if the angle between two mirrors, in the sense if you keep one mirror here and another mirror here, in the sense if two mirrors are parallel to each other, when two mirrors are parallel to each other, we get infinite number of images. Infinite number of images are formed when two mirrors are parallel to each other. So this same principle is used in the kaleidoscope. Kaleidoscope is constructed by using this principle. So we can get many images using two plane mirrors. By using two mirrors, many images can be formed. If you take only one mirror, you get only one image. But if you take two mirrors, a number of images are formed using two mirrors. If you increase the angle between those two mirrors, when two mirrors are placed at an inclined angle using some angles, if you increase the angle, number of images are also increased. You can increase the number of images. If two mirrors are placed parallel to each other, we can form number of images. Many number of images are formed. So this principle is used in the kaleidoscope. There is one more device called periscope in which two plane mirrors are used. Periscope. You might have studied about this in your previous classes. Periscope is a device where we use two plane mirrors. Two plane mirrors are used. Two plane mirrors. This periscope is used in submarines, It is used in tanks and also used by soldiers. It is used by soldiers in bunks mainly to see the objects outside. So these are the uses of periscope used in the submarines. It is mainly used to find the underwater object. It is a ship which moves inside the water. So to find underwater object, we are using this, and it is used in the tanks and used by soldiers in bunks to find out or to identify the objects which are present outside. So in periscope, we are using two plane mirrors. By using the mirrors, by using two mirrors, we can get multiple images depending on the angle between two mirrors. As we increase the angle, number of images can also be increased. So as I said, by placing two plane mirrors parallel to each other, it is possible to get infinite number of images. So when we see, when to speak about sources of light, so sun is the natural source of light. It is the main source of light for all of us. We get light energy as well as heat energy from sun. So sun rays, usually we say it is a white light. But is it white color? Sun rays? Actually, sun rays, it is not white color. Sun rays or sunlight, it is a mixture of 7 colors. Sunlight, it is the mixture of 7 colors. Mixture of 7 colors. Which are those 7 colors? Those 7 colors we can write it as Vibgyor. What is this Vibgyor or Vibgyor? V means violet, I indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. So these 7 colors, mixture of 7 colors is called the sunlight. It is not white colored light. It is a mixture of 7 colored light. It is a sun ray or sunlight. When this sunlight is made to pass on a transparent material like prism. So these 7 colors we can see, sun rays or sunlight, light white colored light splits into its component colors. The splitting of light into its component colors or into 7 colors is called as dispersion of light. Dispersion. Dispersion of light. What is dispersion of light? Splitting of light. Splitting up of light into its component colors. Into its component colors. Component colors. Component colors in the sense 7 colors. You can say splitting up of light into its 7 colors is called dispersion of light, or we can say splitting up of light into its component colors is called dispersion of light. Light or sunlight, it is a mixture of 7 colors. Which are these 7 colors? With violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. These 7 colors. Mixture of 7 colors. So this phenomenon of splitting up of white light into its component color, we call it as dispersion of light. It is this phenomenon is called dispersion of light. When you make sunlight to pass through a transparent substance or a transparent material like that of prism, we can see these 7 colors. So rainbow is the natural phenomenon which takes place, which is due to the dispersion of light. Rainbow is an example for natural phenomenon which is due to the dispersion of light.